Oh, it feels great. I mean, just seeing them smile or just having them say thank you, we appreciate you being here. It's such a lifting feeling inside, and that's why we do this, is because we want to help people. And we don't expect gratitude, but it's nice when we get it.
The ERV is designed to do a number of duties during a disaster. Its primary role is to assist in feeding and serving people. When you deploy into a disaster area with an ERV, you'll most often carry food and beverages. In the case of a single-family fire, that may mean hot or cold beverages, water, and prepackaged snacks such as cookies. Something to offer comfort while the family makes other housing arrangements.
Call, make an appointment with them, take it over there, they can help.
Or ERV workers may help provide other Red Cross assistance and information to help clients find temporary housing. When the disaster is larger and over a longer period of time, which could be several days to several weeks, people need full meals and sometimes snacks in between. In this case, the Red Cross will establish or work with the kitchen to prepare meals and snacks to stock the ERV. You'll work with the kitchen and staff to prepare and have on board all the supplies you need for each meal or snack run. These supplies may include containers of hot and cold food, beverages, snacks, and bottled water. To serve food and beverages, there will be clamshells, utensils, and cups, and you'll want to handle the food and supplies safely. One piece of equipment you'll definitely work with a lot is the Cambro, an insulated container named for its manufacturer. These containers hold food and keep it hot or cold. There are two kinds of Cambros, one for beverages and another for food. Each ERV carries a maximum of 6 of each type of Cambro on board.
Okay, so you're going to leave the food then with us. Okay, well we need clamshells, silverware, the whole bit.
The Cambro is well insulated, designed to keep cold foods cold and hot foods hot. Within the Cambro you have these containers that you serve food from. They're designed so that you can serve without taking the entire lid off, and this makes it easier to conserve the heat or the cold as you're often out for a number of hours on a food run. This liquid Cambro weighs, when it's full, 63 pounds. The food Cambro, when it's full, weighs 73 pounds.
Cambros are heavy, so it takes 2 people to lift it. We want to make sure that there are no back injuries. Once they're put into the ERVs, you have to work as a team.
When they're full, it's definitely a 2-person job, and you're likely to have problems if you try to do it yourself. You have to be careful about wrenching your back, and you also want to be careful not to damage the Cambros. They're designed to stack in the ERV. It's very important that the ERV be properly loaded, because if it's not, it'll be out of balance, and when the ERV swerves, it can come loose and come tumbling down. You never want to stack more than 3 food Cambros in one place, and only 2 of the beverage Cambros.
All Red Cross ERVs stack their Cambros on the street side, and you belt them down. Once they're tied down, they will be secure. They are designed to be secure.
It's very important that the ERV be balanced. You want to keep all of these Cambros in place, and it could become top heavy. You want to load the heaviest Cambros lowest in the ERV, with the lighter ones on top.
It's very important for the crew to be aware of payload, because if you exceed your payload, then you are jeopardizing the safety of not only yourself as a driver, but also anyone else who might be in the ERV working with you that day. By exceeding payload, you also have a problem with damaging the ERV itself. These are very expensive machines, and by overloading them, you will shorten their life.
On the ERV, good hygiene is also critical. Think of an ERV as a traveling restaurant and the clients as your guests. Practice good hygiene and use common sense. Wash your hands frequently. Wear plastic or rubber gloves. Don't eat or chew gum. If you drop a utensil, clean it before you use it again. Keep the windows and doors closed to keep dust and insects out. Remember to keep the hot foods hot and the cold foods cold. Use your thermometer as indicated in your Safe Food Handling Handbook.
All right, 145. It needs to be between 160 and 140. We're in good shape.
And remember, hygiene and hand washing may be hard for people in a disaster, especially if they do not have clean or running water. You will generally stock the ERV with antibacterial hand sanitizers and moist towelettes to give to the public. Read the Safe Food Handling book and then review it before you go out on an operation. At the end of a run, when you're finished feeding, it's time for cleanup. You may be tired, but it's important to leave the ERV and its equipment cleaned, sanitized, and ready for the next run, the next day, or the next disaster.
You would think that your job is over once you return, but at that point you do need to clean out the ERV completely. They have to take everything off the back of the ERV, any unused food. If it's packaged, it's okay. Any food that might be in the Cambros has to be disposed of properly. On occasion we do have some leftover food, and we will dispose of that. Main reason is for sanitary reasons. Microorganisms could build on that, and we want to ensure the safety of our clients. And the proper way to dispose of it would, of course, be to put it into a garbage bag, and we usually double bag it.
Once you've disposed of the leftover food and trash, the Cambros must be cleaned and sanitized. On a large disaster where there are many ERVs and lots of Cambros, there's generally a central cleaning site. They are disassembled and all the parts, the container, cover, and gaskets thoroughly cleaned. A water jet or hose may be used, or you can use a food-safe cleanser and a soft brush. It's important to rinse all food utensils thoroughly, as well as dry Cambros completely. The ERV interior, sometimes referred to as the box, also requires cleaning. Use mild detergent, soap, and a soft brush or sponge. Find a source of clean running water. Park your ERV on an incline and facing uphill so the water drains out the back easily. Never use a high-pressure hose that may cause paint and decals to peel or wear down. ERVs become dirty and messy in the field while delivering Red Cross services. Fortunately, they're designed to handle cleanup fairly easily. Whether it is in the morning after a snack run or at night after you've served dinner, this aspect of the job will become part of your daily routine. All of this amounts to taking care of and using resources wisely, which is another part of our responsibility and commitment to good service. When we meet next, we'll go over some safety issues that you'll encounter as an ERV team member in the field.